by Alex. But now again, Croman, the Deagle finds 2 before he's traded out. 3 versus 2 now. Hulzerk and Harry, the MP9 and the Scout to try and do some work. And Hulzerk with the Scout will find the opening pick. Astro's in good position and Harry could be caught out here. No idea he's there at all. It's all on to Hulzerk. 2 versus 1. The Force Buy needs to work out for Nordavind if they want a chance in this round. He's got the Scout, but the B-bomb site's such a difficult one to retake. He only has the 1 smoke to work with as well, as the bomb will go down. Frey going to make his way back in towards Decon, just holding for any kind of a peek. Oh, nice shot from Hulzerk to open it up, and he spotted the second player. He spotted Astro as well. 1 versus 1. No kit for Hulzerk, no armor either, and that means this MAC-10 could be absolutely lethal. This is all about the timing. Hulzerk looks to reposition, looks to give himself another angle to work with. He has a smoke, no kit for this bomb though. He's going to tap it once. He baits the doors open, but Astro doesn't commit to the peak, and now the time is running low. The smoke comes out. Hulzerk is trying to get the shot off, but he can't find it. The cleanup is there. Astro will get his second on the board for Fierce by the skin on their teeth. A half HP Astro stays alive. And Fierce get their second round on the board. 2-0. Can they look to accelerate here? Happy, yes, my Twitter DMs are very much open. Feel free to drop whatever you want to know, man. The Force Buy not working out for Nordavind, so they're going to be back down onto the pistols. Deagles, 5.7s of P250 for Rubino. And again, those 3 MAC-10s coming out for Fierce. They're going to look to farm some cash against what is a far worse buy coming out from the CT side. Tensky not quite able to connect with the early Deagle, as Hulzerk's going to send his teammate up on a boost. Just looking to take that map control. Just looking to find any kind of an off angle here. Nordavind Fierce with a 2-0 lead. They're going to look to mop up these unarmored players with those MAC-10s. Croman's going to get aggressive right into the crosshairs of Astro. Nothing doing for the Deagle on this occasion as he's taken down very early on in proceedings. Rubino will be able to recover the pistol, but again, peeking right into Astro is not a move you want to try. 2 players mopped up early on, and now for Fierce, it's just about keeping players alive. Keep as many rifles up as you can. Stanley outside's a little bit isolated, and Tensky will find a couple of tags with the Deagle, but not quite enough damage as Frey retrieves the bomb, and it looks like Fierce are going to head in towards this A-bomb site. Smoke for Mini. There's a little bit of CT presence here, but nothing too significant, as the rifles will make their way out. Harry's going to try and get the flank going, but Alex has got this locked down, and Harry will walk right into the crosshairs. Takes a little bit of damage, down to just 65 HP. The Molotovs will keep him out of proceedings, and for these pistols, it's just about the exit frags, just about finding whatever damage you can, but Astro wants to farm some cash and finds himself a couple of nice frags in this round. That's 3 for him so far. Harry and Hulzerk, the last 2 left up, trying to do whatever they can, but Astro's taken down 1. Last man alive, nothing doing at all for Nordavind, and it's an absolute execution coming out from Fierce. No losses, no loss of life. That's exactly what you want when you're dealing with those half buys just on the pistols. Nordavind unable to get anything done on this occasion. Fierce coming out strong at the start of this first half. Map 2, they need this map if they want to get things started. The AWP will come out onto Hulzerk. Full buy for the rest of the CT side. A little bit of a bonus round for Fierce as they do opt to grab 3 MAC-10s. Not going to upgrade anything at all. The Krieg of Astro and the AK of Alex are going to have to do a lot of work here. The utility is limited for the CT side, and they don't actually pick up a defuse kit, so if the bomb can go down for Fierce, it's going to be very difficult for Nordavind to recover onto either bomb site. A passive enough early round, not looking for any real presence. Stanley sneaking around the place, looking for some kind of a pick, but nothing forthcoming just yet. Is he down the vent? I think he's down the vent. How on earth has he got down there? He is as well. Rubino has no idea he's down there. I don't think anybody from Nordavind has any idea he's down there. Rubino walks right into the crosshairs. That's an easy frag. Trade comes out from Tensky, but he's down to 27. The damage is done. The MAC-10 doing a lot of work for Stanley, and that's going to open up a little bit of opportunity now for Fierce as they make their way in towards this B-bomb site. Harry trying to lock it down, has to fall off the ramp. Molotov into admin will keep Hulzerk and his AWP away from proceedings a little while longer. The MAC-10's just looking to storm their way through this site. Secondary Molotov comes out, and of course Fierce, they back off of the situation. They know they forced the rotations. Even less information available for these CTs, and a 4-on-4. 2 players now locked into this B-bomb site, and it's going to be almost entirely down to Croman on top of the hut to lock out this A-hit. Does have the angle for it. He does have the timing. He hears the utility. The flashbangs do nothing. 1 there early on. Falls back off of things. Tries to give himself a new angle, but he's being flanked from all sides as Eccles and Astro find a frag apiece. And now 3 versus 2. The rifle's really not doing it for Nordavind here. It's Tensky and Harry, and do they just think about the save? They really haven't got enough cash to try and commit for this retake. They're just going to fall off of things. Fierce will get their 4th round. The bonus round working out perfectly. Harry's trying to find some exits here, but that's going to lead him right into the crosshairs. Alex, the Executioner, will leave Tensky on 27 HP. Last man alive for Nordavind. Nothing to do but save. 4-0 the scoreline. Much better early on from Fierce, but I mean, we saw this on Overpass. They were 7-1, and then it just went to shit for Fierce Esports, but looking good so far. 4-0 the scoreline. Apparently, I can't read Acrylic. Someone translate it for me, boys. 3 players kept alive for Fierce as well. The rifle's still up across the board on the T side. That is exactly what you want. Keep those rifles, even recover an M4 onto Eccles. Keep that economy going on your T side. 4-0 the scoreline. Lovely start for Fierce. And the Deagles will come out for Nordavind. 3 AKs, M4, Krieg for Astro, not a lot to work with at all. 3 Deagles, a 5.7, and the AUG. As the early nades come out towards outside, a good amount of damage onto Stanley and Alex to open things up, as Hulzerk actually finds the opening pick, and Hulzerk finds a second with the Deagles. Somehow it's finally working out. Astro will grab 1 on the trade. 4 versus 3. Tensky on that saved AUG can still be super effective as well. He's got a lot of opportunity. The nades come out towards Secret. Everybody just takes a pause. 4 versus 3. The rifles, of course, still up for Fierce Esports. The spam through not really connecting, and Alex takes advantage. Takes out the AUG of Tensky. It's only the pistols remaining, and Rubino's very isolated. An easy enough frag for Alex to find, and Astro cleaning up house now. A couple of frags for Hulzerk is all that Nordavind are going to find in this round. 3 versus 1 now for Harry. He's got a 5.7 in armor. There is really nothing he can do here. 3 versus 1 for Harry. He recovers the AUG and he's just going to commit to the save. It will be 5-0 early on the way of Fierce Esports on the T side of Nuke, which we believe is their pick. If any of the UK scene lot in here want to tell me if this is actually Fierce's pick, that would be lovely. Keeping 3 players alive, keeping that economy building over on the T side of things. Absolutely ideal for the UK roster. Harry's just going to try and save the AUG, and it looks like Fierce are more than happy to let him do so. They want to keep their 3 rifles up. They want to keep their economy going. And I mean, it's an ideal start again for Fierce Esports. They dealt with the eco, only lost a couple of players. Nothing too significant to be concerned about. 5-0 the scoreline. Can they keep this one going? They had a 7-1 lead over on Overpass, and they blew it big time. Can their T side on Nuke be a little bit more effective, a little bit more efficient? The AWP will come out onto Hulzerk. It looks like Frey's going to pick up the AWP. I think he's got a spawn for the B ramp, or at least a spawn for Squeaky here to go on that opening pick. And indeed, he will be making his way through to Squeaky. Miss nades. Frey's not going to be able to peek quite the way he would have liked. Vino drops the smoke into things just to buy a little bit of time for Nordavind. Again, they haven't got a lot to work with here. The map control is limited for Fierce in the early round. They want to use that utility. Eccles has got nice and aggressive in towards the B ramp. Might have a timing onto Harry, but the smoke buys him a little bit more time. Hulzerk on this AWP in towards Secret is going to have to go absolutely huge yet again for Nordavind. If they try and make their way down, the smokes come out. They're trying to allow Frey out on that peak. Get the information with the AWP. Still not quite sure why Astro's got the Krieg and Frey's got the AWP, but whatever floats your boat, my man. Astro's going to start to take control, and Hulzerk now very isolated. These smokes are locking the support lines out, and Astro very aggressive. Hulzerk finds the first, though, falls back. Hulzerk gets the double, and he's still alive. Finally traded out by Alex, but it's a 2-for-1. And now 4 versus 3. The bomb actually currently dropped outside. Will just about be recoverable for Stanley, but 4 on 3. The CT side with the advantage, and Nordavind with an opportunity here as Croman gets aggressive into Squeaky, getting that information. Almost caught out in the open. Harry just about able to find one. Falls back on just 12 points of health, but he's cut out from all sides. Stanley takes him down. 3 on 2. The timing not quite there for Tensky. Can't quite hit the shot. The Molotov will allow this bomb to go down. 3 versus 2 retake for Nordavind. Plenty of utility to work with as well. Eccles is actually just hidden. He's still alive. How is he still up? Croman finds one, but Eccles, he's gone straight through the smoke. He's gone straight round everybody. Nordavind have no idea where he is. Finally, someone thinks to check the smoke, and it will be Rubino to secure Nordavind's first CT round. But I mean, if you're Nordavind, you have basically got to go perfect for the remainder of this half. Kroman just going to delay the defuse a little while longer, allow some rifles to be recovered over on the CT side of things. But they do not have a lot of money whatsoever. Nobody has a lot of money on Nordavind. It's a completely different story over on the Fierce side of things. 5 rounds on the trot, 3 rifles kept up almost, I think almost in every single round. They're going to get a really strong full buy into this next one. Orp onto Astro, Kriegs for Eccles and Frey. A couple of AKs to work with as well. Hulzerk on that AWP. I don't know why the auto mod has modded you out there, Swaggy. I'll go fix it in a sec as Kroman goes early on the pick, takes down Frey. And that is what Nordavind need. They need to be proactive. They need to find the information. 5 on 4 now. Fierce, a man down. Where will they choose to execute? That's the real question here. Need to hit their shots. The AWP is still up on Astro for the ranged engagement if they want it. Looks like they're going to throw a lot of utility in towards this A-bomb site. The Molotov will keep Alex out of things a little while longer as Astro actually takes a little bit of full damage and swarming in. Stanley finds the opening pick. They are just looking to overwhelm this bomb site, but Rubino and Kroman still alive. Trading 1 for 1. Somehow Rubino gets a double, and that allows Tensty to swing in. Clean up house, 2 to 5. 2 players kept alive. Unable to save the AWP, but a little bit of money kept up for the Nordavind side of things. 5-2, and the money is starting to run out for Fierce. They will have one last chance at this buy. AWP up again for Hulzerk, but the cash really isn't that great over on the CT side of things either. Nordavind not looking too flush as Eccles wants to get aggressive on the early peak, and Kroman again in towards Squeaky is finding opening kills. Kroman has been consistently unlocking that Squeaky area. He's found 2 picks in 2 rounds now. And it's looking like it's a bit of a problem for the time being for Fierce as the CT side again opting to get aggressive. Tensky, 2 taps, 2 kills with the Krieg. How does he do this? The scoped weapon's clearly the friend of Tensky as Stanley trying to play around the edge of the smoke will gift a third. And now Frey, 1 versus 5. The economy is finally broken for Fierce. They are in a really awkward position. Tensky with the quad. Kroman clears up the last, and it's looking all too simple for Nordavind again. The early string of rounds for Fierce, but the recovery is in. The half buy is going to be all that Fierce can afford as the CZs come out. They do not have a lot of cash whatsoever. AWP for Hulzerk. Rifles for his teammates. Tensky still on that saved Krieg has looked so efficient with it as 4 CZs and a Glock. A little bit of utility as the fast rush into the A-bomb site comes through for Fierce. And they have managed to make their way out here. Kroman completely in the open is an easy find, but Hulzerk and Rubino just about recovering the situation. The Molotovs come out. The P250 even doing a lot of work for Hulzerk. It's a nice enough cleanup across the board from the CTs. They lose a couple of players, but they deal with the situation. They hit their shots. They find their frags and almost drawing things level now as Fierce will be able to get another rifle buy-in. It will have the AKs. Krieg's out on Eccles. Astro could opt to go glass cannon on the AWP, but instead will take that Krieg. Has become more and more of a favoured weapon on the T side of things. AWP for Hulzerk once more. Again, early aggression from Eccles, trying to get something going in towards the squeaky door. Nothing really coming through on the T side of things. No early picks to work with. Aggression's coming in, though, for Nordavind. Kroman's looking to push through the heart. Harry's taking control of Trophy Room, and that's allowing this aggression. Can't quite get the frag, though. Alex trades him out. 5 versus 4, and now Fierce with the man advantage. You can see Harry desperate to try and find a refrag, but there is nothing to do. 5 on 3. Hulzerk, Rubino, and Tensky, they're in a really awkward spot. Do they just save the 3 rifles here? Eccles trying to make his way in through the control room. Rubino is able to find 1, but that leaves him very isolated, and Eccles will pick him off as Tensky on that Krieg. Tensky is so good on that Krieg as he finds 1 in recovery. 3v2, it is doable if Tensky can find this frag onto Eccles, buy a little bit of time, and he will do so. 2 on 2 now. Hulzerk still has that AWP up. Both players on the site for Fierce as a little bit of a spam comes through. The Krieg not able to find anything for Tensky, and Hulzerk, he does not look like he wants to commit to this whatsoever. He does not look like he's even remotely bothered. Starting to make his way in towards Decon now. There's smokes and flashbangs for the CT side, but out in the open, Frey will gun that one down every day. The bomb nowhere near recoverable for Tensky. 2 versus 1. Fierce, they will get a 6th on the board. The recovery is in 4 on the trot for Nordavind. They will have cash for a buy into the next round, but they're 6-4, maintaining their lead on the T side of Nuke. Valmian, do you think I have money to make these marbles worth something? Jesus, dude. No chance. The buy will come in for Nordavind despite the round loss. We will see Hulzek picking up the AWPs. Actually drops it across the Harry, but it goes back almost instantly. Kriegs and AKs across the board for Fierce, who have looked good so far. This map pick looking good for them. They've managed to grab 6 rounds already on the T side of Nuke. A few more, and they are looking absolutely set to take this to a third map. As again, Harry wants to get aggressive. He wants to take trophy room control away from the T side of Fierce. Plenty of rifles up for the CT side. Harry just spots the legs of Stanley there, backs off of the angle, and that's looking like a very wise decision. As again, Stanley has just dived his way down the vents. Got a little bit of map control to work with for Fierce. Has been his modus operandi so far, just absolutely diving down into the B-bomb site, trying to keep Nordavind guessing. Still a 5-on-5. There's a little bit of a tag onto Frey, but besides that, no damage dealt so far in this round. Everybody just takes a breather. Hulzek tries to get aggressive with the AWP, and Alex guns him down, and that means that Tensky really left in an awkward position here. Manages to recover for 1. Eccles, though, looking for that refrag almost instantly, and Tensky somehow, again, the double kill with the Krieg. Harry gets the timing onto Stanley here, and indeed he will. That brings it back to a 4-on-2. There's tags to work with, but this is looking good for Fierce as Astro. He spotted Rubino out here, surely on the top of that smoke. He's seen him, but it doesn't look like he's quite got the lineup. It's down to Frey and Astro. They make their way out of Squeaky, just trying to sneak around. No utility usage at all, but the first frag is the way of Nordavind. Croman gets taken down. Rubino trades very efficiently. 5-6 the scoreline. Nordavind, they're not just going to lay down and go quietly here on map 2. And they have managed to reset the economy again for Fierce. They're back down onto the half by. Not going to be a lot left in the coffers. They're going to grab a CZ onto Astro. He can pick up armor in support, but it's going to be CZs across the board. No real cash left for Fierce Esports. I mean, it is 6 rounds, it is the T side of Nuke, and it is their map pick. So they're looking good so far. I would say they'll want at least 1 or 2 more based on how dominant they've looked so far. They do have 4 CZs and a Glock to try and make something happen here. The smokes go towards outside. Again, it's Tensky on that Krieg looking to shut it down. He's going to go straight through the smoke, spamming away. Gets 1, 2, 3 before he's traded. Just walking through the smoke. A triple kill for Tensky. The Krieg is recoverable, and Alex has grabbed it. But the armored players are down now for Fierce Esports, and they're a 4-on-2. They have outside control, but it's not looking good. Tensky, again, goes absolutely huge with the Krieg. Clearly comfortable with that weapon on the CT side of things. He manages to grab himself 3 quick kills before anybody can even react from Fierce. And now 4-on-2, Alex and Eccles, what do you do? There's a minute left on the clock. There's not much point saving. You're going to be buying into the next round either way. Alex out in the open will be taken down by Hulzek, and now it's all onto Eccles. He has the CZ, but that's all he's got in towards Secret. Nothing more that they can really do about this round, Fierce. It's just about finding damage for Eccles. Bleed a little bit more utility as Hulzek does indeed throw that Molotov. Rubino's going hunting, and Eccles, he has no idea. He hasn't even seen him. Rubino whiffs the spray initially, but recovers well. Things draw a level at 6 apiece, but this is still looking like a very strong T side of Nuke from Fierce. Setting themselves up for an opportunity to take this to a third map. Can they make it happen, Fierce Esports? The buy will come in for Nordavind. Hulzek grabs the AWP. Rifles across the board. Of course, Tensky on that saved Krieg. Astro has got his favoured AWP in his hands once more. Krieg for Eccles, AKs for the remainder of the Fierce side as a nice early nade comes through onto Stanley. The smokes will allow him to take that secret control, but spamming through again. Tensky finds the opening pick for Nordavind. He has really started to come into his own on map number 2 here. That Krieg in his hands is an absolutely lethal weapon. Now 5-on-4, he's going to get aggressive. Already pushing up past Red. He's got the flank onto Astro here. He actually walks right into him before he finds the frag and makes it 5-on-3. Recovers the AWP as Alex walks right into Hulzek, who actually just fires a little bit too early there. Didn't quite have the aim on. That leaves him a little bit isolated. Takes a couple of tags, but will find the frag finally. Frey able to get 1 for Fierce Esports, but it's a 4-on-2 yet again. Eccles and Frey in an absolutely awful position here. Eccles is trying to sneak out onto the A-bomb site, but Rubino should spot him out, and indeed he will. Just an absolute execution from above, and it is all onto Frey. 1 versus 4. Poor man's outside of the A hut. He's got no map control. The bomb is dropped all the way back in spawn. He is really struggling to get anything going here. Just looking for damage yet again. Nordavind starting to really accelerate. It is the CT side of Nuke, so I say that with a pinch of salt. But Frey, there is nothing left for him with 30 seconds left in this round. He has got to back off. He's got to try and save the armor, the AK, a little bit of utility to work with as well. Could do a little bit of damage. Could find perhaps one more frag, but arguably the AK would be a better save at this situation. 18 seconds left on the clock. There's going to be nothing for Fierce to find. Nordavind will finally take the lead on the CT side of Nuke, 7-6. And you'd argue they need to be flawless for the remainder of this half. Frey just sneaking out into Mini. A missed spray from Rubino, but he recovers just about on 15 HP. Finds himself the round. 7-6. Yeah, I know. It's difficult to call at this point because Fierce looked really good, but Nordavind have come back into it well. And I know Nuke is T-sided, but based on what we saw on Overpass, CT-sided, excuse me. But based on what we saw on Overpass, Fierce really struggled to get going. Once they got set back, they really struggled, as they will again pick up the pistols. Deagles, CZ75s for Fierce to try and find something. Currently 7-6 down. 2 more rounds left in the half. If they can find a 7th on their T-side, I'd say they've been incredibly successful. Stanley's going to get aggressive early on. And Tensky out in the open should be an easy enough find for the CZ. Somehow stays alive a little while longer, dancing around the red box, buying himself a little bit of time. But Stanley's going to get up close and personal, and he will find the opening pick. Grabs the Krieg, and Rubino, not in a position to trade on the recovery, will finally swing wide, but can only find a tag. The man advantage is here for Fierce now. Harry on the AUG, the heavily nerfed weapon, towards the trophy room, as Hulzerk will take down Stanley. That's actually the Krieg down, but Alex, what a 1 dig to unlock this B bomb site. The rotations come in, and Rubino on the second save. Krieg will be able to find one on the refrag. 3 versus 3 now. Krieg still recoverable. Frey's got it. And if he can take down Hulzerk, things get very awkward as the bomb goes down for a decon plant. 3 on 3. The CZ of Eccles sneaking his way up the B ramp. Grabs the first pick. Rubino not reacting quickly enough. Out in the open will finally take him down. But it's 2 on 2. There's a tag on Rubino. The utility is limited for the CT side once again. And they've got to try and crack open what is an incredibly difficult retake site. Astro hearing all of these footsteps, already looking up towards the B ramp. As Croman sneaks his way out of decon, the damage is being done here, and Astro is in an ideal position to stop this retake. Rubino able to find one, but Astro on the dig grabs a couple of tags. He's just staying alive, just buying time. Rubino walks right into him. The Deagle is a shotgun, and it works out perfectly. Astro grabs the 7th for Fierce. The half buy working out for them on the 3rd time of asking. 7-7. The cash is here for one last roll of the dice from Nordavind. But Fierce are looking good here on the T side. They are really making a run of their T side. Of course, it is their map pick. It is Nuke, and they're looking pretty good so far. Double AWP setup comes out for the CT side. Harry and Hulzerk both getting the one-shot kill rifles into their hands to try and find the advantage for Nordavind at the half. Rubino burning down to 58 early on, just sitting in the Molotov. Everybody just pauses. A slow setup early on for Fierce. Hulzerk getting a little bit aggressive up towards red. I think Astro is watching that at the moment. He might be lining up a nade though, so there's a possibility for Hulzerk to get aggressive to find the advantage. Nobody really holding outside for Fierce as they look to explode onto A. The flash is not working out. Rubino gets 1. Rubino gets 2. Looking for more. Rubino on the triple. The squeaky push has been decimated. Frey's on just 7 HP. Astro desperately trying to find something. Will actually grab a frag, but it's 3 on 2. And they've got him pinned in. They know where the bomb is as well. Croman rips the head off, and Tensky finishes the job. 8-7. Nordavind will go onto their T side with a narrow lead, but it is Nuke. It's not their favourite map, and they're going to struggle to get anything going here. They are really going to struggle to get anything started. They need an awesome T side here on Nuke. They do have 1 round lead to work with. If the pistol goes their way, they could perhaps make a run of it and look to stop this one at 2-0. If not, we will be heading to Inferno, of course, as map number 3 as Fierce start their CT side. What will Nordavind look to do? That is the question. They looked really good on their CT. Second half of their T side over on Overpass. They looked a little bit wobbly to start with, but they recovered well. The dualies and a fuse kit come out for Eccles. P250s onto Hulzerk and Rubino as they pick up a little bit of utility as well. Armor for their teammates. Nobody raid bossing it with the P250 drops so far. Nordavind playing very passive in the early round. Rubino just taking outside control. Spots out Stanley. Can't quite hit the shot, though. P250 not quite working out for him. You can see Astro taking control of the B halls. Starting to make his way up to Secret. Just falls back off of it. Don't want to walk into 5 Glocks in this sort of situation on your CT side. The nades will go through the skylights as Nordavind look to execute. They're finding damage, but they're not finding frags. Eccles finds one before the trades come through. Croman actually just starts to unlock this A bomb site, but the fast flank from Astro already coming into good effect. He grabs one to make it 3-on-3. Rubino with the P250s waiting for the bait, and he will find it. It's down to Frey and Alex to try and make their way in on this pistol. 3 versus 2 now. They're going to both sneak in from upper right into the crosshairs of Kulza. The P250 not quite working out, but Croman, he's recovered some dualies, and he'll find one. He'll find 2. The dualies are dropped. Eccles gives them up to Croman, and he finds the double kill. Gives Nordavind a 2-round lead. They are now 7 rounds away from booking a place in the quarterfinals of the ESEA Advanced Season 31 knockouts. The Force Spy will come in for Fierce, of course. They know they need rifles and utility, so they're going to opt to force into this one. CZ's, a Deagle for Alex, a Scout for Astro towards outside. SMG's almost entirely for Nordavind as Croman just picks up the AK-47. Fasting towards the A-bomb site, just looking to overwhelm. Rubino and Croman finding a frag apiece, and all of a sudden, 5-on-3. That was all too lethal for Nordavind, just absolutely overwhelming the A-bomb site, and the save has already been called. Fierce, they want nothing more to do with this round. Frey just looking for perhaps an exit frag onto Hulzerk on that UMP, and he will be able to find one, so that's an SMG recovered. They'll have a little bit more to work with as they go into the 3rd round of their CT side. But Alex and Astro, you can see they want nothing to do with this. They want to keep their armor, keep their pistols, the upgrade, the Scout, of course, onto Astro. Give them a little bit more of an opportunity into the 3rd round of this first half, as Astro will find Rubino, so making it a little bit expensive here are Nordavind. They're trying to hunt these players down, but really not committing to it too heavily. They will keep the AK up on Croman. A couple of MAC-10s as well still on the board for the T side of Nordavind. 10-7. Nordavind find their double digits. 6 more rounds for the Norwegian side, and they will have the 2-0 victory here. The buy is not going to be good at all, of course, for Fierce. Almost a full eco, just those saved pistols. Stanley grabs the CZ75. Zeus comes out for Eccles. He has invested $200 to try and find a kill, as it's 3 AKs, a couple of MAC-10s as well for Nordavind. Tensky and Croman to try and just rip a new one into Fierce. They are going to take fast control of outside here. Croman just playing the distraction towards Squeaky, as they will make their way down into those B-halls very early on, Nordavind. They are already taking away huge chunks of map from Fierce, who are looking to recover. Eccles is going to dive down. Frey up on top of the smoke will find Croman. That's one of those MAC-10s down early on, but Nordavind are looking to execute towards a completely different side of the map in B, and there's no map control at all for Fierce here. Just Astro trying to spam through that smoke as the bomb will go down. The utility going to keep Fierce out a little while longer. 5v4 on the retake. They do have the advantage, but certainly not the advantage in firepower. 3 AK still up for Nordavind. Fierce, they're thinking about this. They want to try and go for it. They know they'll be buying into the next round. They know they'll have an opportunity, but the damage is being done. Stanley manages to find one. Frey on just 3 points of health. Harry with the double spray down, looking for more. He's finding so much damage, and Rubino's chiming in with a frag of his own. Alex all alone now as the AK's kept up by Nordavind, and Tensky wants to go hunting. He'll even find that last frag. That is all too simple for Nordavind. Dispatching of the SMGs of Fierce. Just 5 rounds away now, as the first buy of the half will come in for the CT side. They will get the AWP onto Astro. They will have 4 M4s in support. It's a little bit of a menagerie of a buy for Nordavind. Croman going to stick on the UMP, but 4 rifles still available. 2 Kriegs for Hulzerk and Tensky. And we've seen what Tensky can do with the Krieg. Going to make their way towards outside early on, as the spam through into Squeaky's going to do a good amount of damage. Croman's actually going to be found by Frey to open things up. The Molotov doing a lot of work, and Astro, he's just got a firing range towards outside here, looking for more as well. The pre-fire not going to connect. Astro finds his second 5v2 now. This rifle round has gone appallingly for Nordavind, as Harry's able to find one before he's traded, but it's all on to Tensky. He's a king with that Krieg, but he's 4 versus 1 here, and this is going to be incredibly difficult. Goes to recover the bomb, but Alex already getting aggressive, already looking to push proactively. He should be able to find this frag, and it should be a clean sweep, and indeed it will. 4 players kept alive. Fierce get their 8th. They will not go quietly. Nordavind just not throwing the smokes they needed towards outside. Gave themselves no room to maneuver. Made it an easy enough round. Astro just mopping up on outside with that AWP at range. It is all too simple. The buy is going to be forced up by Nordavind. They get their 4 rifles. Just the 1 Krieg for Tensky. Harry having to drop down onto the MAC-10. Very strong full buy for Fierce. As again, Astro towards outside. This time going to go for the early squeaky peek as the smokes come out towards Secret. Astro spamming through. Finds an opening pick. Takes down Rubino. The bomb has made its way through though. And Frey getting a little bit too aggressive is refragged. Harry hasn't actually managed to pick up his dropped teammate's AK-47, so he's still stuck on the MAC-10 as they look to take control of the control room. That was such an awkward sentence to say. Alex on the headshot angle, but Hulzerk just absolutely executes him. 4 on 3 now. Astro's going to be smoked out of things. Nordavind again should be able to get this bomb down on the B bomb site, but Stanley looking to make something happen from Decon. Gets the first frag. Harry's trying to plant the bomb. Stanley just getting a free reign of that B bomb site. Somehow makes it a 3 on 2 from a 4 on 3, and Croman trying to sneak his way through the vents. He has to find this shot, has to find the timing, and he will do so, but down to 8 points of health. This is going to be very awkward. Hulzerk and Croman to try and recover the situation. The bomb is dropped right in the middle of the site, and Astro's taken down Croman. Astro gets the second. Of course he does on the AWP. It looked good for Nordavind, but they can't convert, and Fierce are just 1 round away from double digits. Here on the CT side of Nuke, they are looking to make a fight of it. No messing about from Fierce Esports. The retake comes in before the bomb even gets planted. Astro on 21 frags, currently leading the server as it will be the eco from Nordavind. No more cash left in the bank. It looks like Fierce is set for double digits. The 1 deagle for Croman as a missed Molotov comes in early on. Looking again to take that outside control, this time with absolutely no utility. Just trying to get anything they can here, Nordavind. They know they are up against it in this round. They will find Astro early on. The Glock's at range. Stanley able to refrag for a double, though, and now it's just going to be an absolute cleanup. The dinks come through, but Harry unable to find anything, and there we go. They do drop the AWP, but it will be recovered by Eccles, so just the 1 rifle down against the eco. Nordavind, they're on 11, but Fierce have found their double digits, and they've got to be feeling good. They're on the CT side of Nuke. They know they need 6 more rounds to take this one through to Inferno. The buy is going to be decent. Again, Nordavind not opting to bring out the AWP onto Hulzerk. It's the Krieg for him and Tensky. AKs for the teammates. Astro has looked so good with that AWP in his hands, and he's looking to do so again. Going for the early peek in towards Squeaky. Just spamming through the smoke. Not finding much of anything, though, to open things up. Tensky's going to eat that nade. Doesn't quite connect, though. So 5 on 5 early on. Nordavind are queuing up to just rush out onto this A-bomb site. They're finding the frags as well. Nordavind with 3 early entries. Eckel can only find 1 in response. How do they do this, Nordavind? They've just walked out of the hut with no utility, got a timing, found 3 opening picks. And Frey and Alex, they've got to save. Frey should be able to find 1 onto Rubino here if he gets the timing, but surely they've just got to try and hold on to these rifles. Surely they've just got to try and keep that economy. Nordavind will get their 12th, 4 rounds away from taking this series 2-0, and Fierce will know it. They have the money to buy into the next round if they save these 2 rifles, so fairly passive holds. A little bit of a hunt coming in on the CT side of things. They are staying fairly aggressive. They don't want to commit fully to the CT save, but it's still going to be the round away of Nordavind. Alex looking to go in late, won't get anything done. Was that a ninja attempt, Alex? Really? Maybe just try and lock a couple of players into the site with a Molotov, but it's not going to do much of anything. It will be 4 players kept alive for Nordavind. They will get their 12th, and they are within 4 rounds now. The pause finally coming in. That's actually the first pause we've seen in this best of 3 series, but there you have it. And Nordavind just 4 rounds away. The buy will be available, though. Those 2 saved rifles going to allow a couple of drops on the Fierce side of things. They'll be able to get the utility they need to try and force this series to map number 3. Harry actually again picking up the MAC-10. The money is not great for Nordavind. They do not have a lot of cash, and they don't want to risk dropping him a rifle in case this round goes south. 12-10. 4 more rounds, Nordavind, to take the 2-0 series. And restrict it to just one UK team in the quarterfinals. They do have a pretty decent full buy. Harry's had to drop down onto the MAC-10. Astro and Fierce have everything they could ever want for Christmas. 4 M4s, the AWP onto Astro once more. Full utility across the board as the early mollies come in. Eccles looking to get aggressive. He's caught the timing. Rubino taken down early on. That's one rifle down. That is exactly the start you want if you're Fierce. The rush is not working out this time. Croman and Allzerk will find trades, but it's 3-on-2, and the A-bomb site, there's still presence for this CT side. And you can see Nordavind know it. Allzerk and Tensky, they're trying to clear as many positions as they can. They have to try and get this bomb down sooner rather than later. The Molotov will ensure this isn't a B plant. And the retake will be able to come in very swiftly. Alex is already into heaven as the bomb looks to go down. 3-on-2. Alex walks right into the crosshairs. Allzerk finds the opener. That makes this viable now. Astro on the AWP. Frey on the M4. Trying to sneak their way through Mini. Astro will find the opening pick. Allzerk can do nothing with the Krieg, and it's all onto Tensky. He has been absolutely huge with this rifle, but the smoke will keep him out of things for the time being as the retake looks to come in for Fierce. He could just sit behind this and wait for his timing, but he knows Fierce are going to start to swarm. They have defuse kits, they have flashes, and they have HEs. Astro playing up close and personal with the AWP will hit the shot, and Fierce will get the 11th. The rush this time not working out for Nordavind. Fierce draw ever closer, now just 5 rounds from forcing the 3rd map and taking us to Inferno. And please do, because I enjoy casting Inferno so much more than I do Nuke. Such a bitch of a map to cast, but there you go. Looks like Nordavind will be buying up into this one, looking to force things out. They know they only need 4 more rounds. They'll want to take this 2-0, get this over and done with nice and early on in the evening. But the buy is going to be incredibly strong on the Fierce side of things. They grabbed themselves the AWP for Astro. They've got the rifles. Frey's managed to save himself a Krieg. Hey Nagatsumi, how you doing, man? The buy is not great again for Nordavind. Harry's had to drop down onto the MAC-10. There's 3 Kriegs though. This time Rubino, Allzerk, and Tensky all with enough cash to pick up the scoped T-sided weapon. More accurate than the AWP, as I like to say, as the early smokes come in towards outside again. Astro looking for the timing and straight through the smoke. Fierce have been so good at finding those opening picks on the CT side of things. The Halls rush is coming through, but the nades are doing so much work. The tags are there, and Astro's going to swing, looking to find the shots. He'll grab another, and oh, not quite able to hit the shot on the 3rd time of asking. Drops back on just 8 points of health, but the recovery is there, and the cover is there as well for the AWPer. Astro's swinging around. He's looking for another frag. He's looking to find more. Can't quite grab it, but Croman can't find the refrag either. Eccles protecting his AWPer. Finally, Allzerk starts to get into the swing of things, and again, it's Allzerk and Tensky. 3 versus 2. They do have the bomb. They do have a site to try and make their way into. B has some CT presence. You can see Alex playing behind the silo here. But can they find an opening here, Nordavind? It's Allzerk and Tensky to try and unlock this B-bomb site. The Molotov goes on the high ground. It will force Alex out on the peak, but somehow he still finds the frag. So low HP, Allzerk will trade him out, but it's a 1 versus 2 for the AWPer of Nordavind, and he's only got the Krieg to work with. Still trying to clear down in towards the control room, and Frey has got him locked in here. He needs to find this frag. He needs to hit this shot, and Frey playing the off angle won't be able to find it on 18 HP. He's bought Stanley an opportunity by tagging Allzerk so low. There's a HE on Stanley as well to try and finish things here, but he'll just use the M4, tapping away. He hits the headshot. Fierce draw level, 12 apiece. This one could go absolutely either way here, as the Krieg will even be saved. Nordavind, they are throwing this one away. 12 apiece. Fierce need 4 more rounds on the CT side of Nuke to make this one work. Can they get this 3rd map? Can they take it to Inferno? And Fierce, they're so good on Inferno. They could really feel confident if they take it to map number 3. The AWP will be dropped. The force buy is coming in for Nordavind, but it's not a good one at all. They'll grab 3 rifles, 2 MAC-10s to try and make something happen. They have really been struggling so far to get these SMGs working over on the T side of things. As again, they want to go towards outside early on. The Molotov's going to stop things. Oh, and Frey spamming through the smoke is finding a lot of early damage. Harry down to 50 HP. Croman has managed to make his way down the vents. They have got control of the B halls as they're just looking to straight rush things here. They want to try and find a proactive peek. They want to find somebody in the wrong position for Fierce. The utility going to be used. Allzerk will grab that opening pick. Alex on the B-bomb site has been taken down. Astro on the AWP. He's trying to hold things in control, and he will find the refrag. Harry walks right into his crosshairs. The MP9 at range still trying to do work as Stanley comes in on the fast flank and actually manages to find one. 4 on 3. Tensky has to do so much work up close and personal. The MP9 still finding trades. down to 3 HP, but he's still doing so much work for his team there for a 3 versus 2. This time Rubino and Tensky, but the lock is here on the A-bomb site. It's all on Eccles. The double spray is in. Fierce regained their lead, 13 to 12. Just 3 more rounds needed to take this one through to Inferno. 3 more rounds. Can Fierce string them together? They are on the CT side. It is Nuke. It's looking good so far. The half buy comes in for Nordavind. They do not have a lot to work with whatsoever. They've grabbed themselves 5 Deagles, in fact, to try and find the picks, but it's Kriegs, M4s, Orps for Astro as well. So much firepower on the Fierce side of things, as outside control is going to be taken early on by Nordavind. Astro going to have an absolute shooting range here. Misses the initial shot, but takes the head off of Tensky. Finally traded out, actually. Hauls it with a really nice shot, and Eccles could walk right into the crosshair of Croman here. 2-1 Deeks, 4 versus 3. The M4s and MP9s need to get aggressive here. They need to be proactive, and it is Alex finding so much damage. It's a shooting range. Finally, Fierce find their feet to make it a 3 versus 1. Croman not even in a position to recover a rifle. Down to 37 HP with the Deagle. Flanked from all sides. Stanley finishes him off. 14 to 12. 2 frags found on the Nordavind side of things, but not quite enough. And Fierce need just 2 more. It will be the buy from Nordavind to try and prevent map point. 2 Kriegs come out early on. Rubino does have the cash to drop an AWP across, but again, Hulzek doesn't like the AWP on the T side of Nuke. Just going to pick up the Krieg once more. Eccles is still stuck on the MP9, but besides that, it's a very strong buy on the Fierce side of things. Molotov goes deep early on. Alex holding the B ramp. Nobody peeking anything for Nordavind. They've been absolutely tanked over on the outside area. They've constantly taken damage. Astro's been finding consistent frags, even through smokes on that AWP. It's now the lineups once again. Nordavind will start their execute towards outside. The utility raining over the top. Where do Nordavind look to go here? They don't have map control. They're all stacked outside of the A-bomb site. These A rushes have worked out for the T side on occasion, but it's a very rough strat to try and pull off. Eccles up close and personal with the MP9 could do so much damage. And as these outside smokes wear off, Fierce are going to know what the game is. They're going to know the gig is up. And if you're Nordavind, what do you do here? Do you just throw the execute? You've got so much utility still left to use. Molotovs, flashes, smokes to try and unlock a bomb site. And they are just queuing up outside A. The utility will be thrown. The nade's doing so much damage for the CT side as the push comes in. Who finds the early frags? That's the question. Croman gets one, but the trade's already, and they're finally finding their feet, but still the refrags across the board. It's all on Alex. 1v2. He's dropped the bomb. He's in upper. He smoked himself off. 1 versus 2 now for Alex, the ex-Fnatic Academy player, to try and pull off the miracle. Nordavind don't know where he is at the moment. Stepping in their own Molotov. Ulzerk rips the head off. 14 to 13. Nordavind, they are not going to go quietly. The economy isn't great either for Fierce. This one is going to go right down to the wire. Hey, Duck, how you doing? The pause comes in as Fierce must be just assessing their options at this point. 14 to 13. Nordavind are making a run of things over on the T side of Nuke. They are really dragging this one out. Fierce, only 1 round ahead. 14 to 13, and they're going to be on a half buy here. They are not going to be in a great position whatsoever to try and prevent this one to going 14-all, and that is where really it comes down to the individual skill, the individual players. Astro is massively stepping up for Fierce here, but it's a much more balanced affair over on the Nordavind side of things. Hulzerk, Croman, Rubino all showing up for their team. Harry is having a nightmare of a game, but not really affecting the Nordavind side of things. They have 13 rounds. They need 3 more, and they could draw level here against a full eco from Fierce. Just the USPSs. Just 5 default pistols for the CT side. Nordavind playing very passively early on. They will know the economy isn't great for the CT side of things. They should have kept track of it. Bomb going to be retrieved early on. What do Nordavind look to do here? They just need to be careful. They just need to not lose anybody to these peaks. Need to keep everybody alive. Keep all the rifles up. Molotov early on will force Astro off his position if it spreads. Not going to find it though. He can stay hidden a little while longer as Rubino starts to creep. Molotov goes in towards Secret. It looks like they're going to take the long-range fights towards outside with utility, and indeed, they might just look to wrap in through Mini here. Astro's still alive, but Stanley's going to bait the peak, and they are all outside here. 1-for-1 trades, but finally, Rubino finds one. There's still plenty of players alive, still 1-for-1s. 3v3 now. The USPSs are doing so much work. 3v2, Astro grabs the double. Tensky looks the wrong way. It's all on Croman. 1 versus 3 against the default pistols. There's tags on the 2 remaining players, but the bomb is in the middle of no man's land. How are you doing this, Fierce? It is all on to Croman. 1v2. He's isolated Alex out in the open. That'll be an easy enough frag to find. But if Eccles can grab a rifle, he can make things very awkward here. The bomb is in the middle of no man's land. Croman on 64 HP. Eccles is out in the open just about. Croman holds on. Nordavind are given a lifeline here at 14 all. It will mean they invest fully. And it will mean whoever wins this next round is going to break the economy and be set to win the game. Can Fierce find it? Can they find that third map? The 30 bomb for Astro as he finds a double with the default pistols. That is a really solid attempt from Fierce. All by very strong over on the Fierce side of things. 2 Kriegs, 3 AKs for Nordavind. Because again, they want to try and exploit this outside control early on. Just Rubino, jiggle peeking the angle, jump peeking, trying to find anything he can. 5 on 5. Kriegs and AKs against AWP and M4s. Whoever's economy breaks here is going to be in serious trouble. There's no head armor across the board for Fierce. Astro, the only one able to afford it. There's no defuse kits either. If this bomb goes down, it's going to be very difficult on the retake for Fierce. Astro forced off the secret peek with the Molotov. Nordavind, they look like they're setting up for something. Where does this execute go? Stanley and Eccles on the A-bomb site. Missed smoke. Might buy a little bit of time. That might actually be a distraction smoke for the top of hut, as the execute will be faked towards B. They're instead going to make their way down the ramp. Alex falls off the angle, uses the utility to buy time for the rotations as he falls into B. It looks like Nordavind are going to straight rush this. Astro's there. He finds the opening pick. He drops the bomb, and he's distracting from Alex's position as Astro actually finds a second. Tensky's able to straight trade, but it's 4 on 3, and Rubino has to find this frag. He will manage it. Bomb still dropped. 3 on 3. There's so much Fierce presence in towards B. Rubino jumping in no man's land. Hulzuk desperately trying to find the refrag, but there's nothing doing, and it's down to Tensky. 11 HP. The nade will finish him off. 15 to 14. Map point Fierce. We will be going to Inferno unless there is an absolute miracle for Nordavind. One last roll of the dice for the T side of Nordavind to desperately attempt to force OT, as we will see the force coming in. A pause just to buy a little bit of time for them to try and work out what to do. That was just a frenetic play. Not quite finding their frags. Nordavind, Harry really struggling to get anything going. 15 to 14. Fierce, they have one chance here. One opportunity to force it to a third map. Can they make it happen? Pause has been cancelled. Deagles, Mac 10s. A UMP is being dropped. There's an AK-47 as well. That's all that Nordavind can afford here. Can they make it happen? Can they pull off the impossible and force OT? It would be an absolute miracle at this point. Frey with the early utility towards outside. Yet again, Fierce have looked really good, really impressive on their CT side. They looked really good on the T side as well, but we're still going right down to the wire. Nordavind will not go quietly. And lining up towards that A-bomb site. Again, looking for the execute. Astro going to make his way out of secret with that AWP. That should get the information. They should know where this execute's coming. Full utility into that A-bomb site. Nordavind are going to go now. Stanley, the smoke gives away his position as they just straight rush things here. Out in the open. Croman has no idea. Up on top. Astro and Eccles find frags. Eccles still alive. It is all over. Tensky can't do it. We will be heading to a third map, ladies and gentlemen. We will be heading to Inferno, and I will be back very, very shortly with map number 3. Do not go anywhere.